Now, who doesn't like a good unboxing video? Before I show you what's inside here, let me explain why I'm getting this. It's a grinder, so I did spoil this unboxing a little bit. However, why I'm getting this? So I'm expecting a lot of, as you know, I'll do custom made my tool, signature tool. So there will be a lot of sharpening, shaping of pretty much every wood turning tool that I have and that I'm planning on launching. So I need a reliable, stable, dressing free, let's say, setup, and this is what's inside and in the other box as well. And there is another, I'm going to call it series of videos that I'm planning on do really shortly. So we'll get to that, but let's now open up this box. So this is DML 200N model grinder. It's a slow running grinder. The same company that makes this Twister XL made these grinders as well. So instructions. I have screws here, plexiglass covers, which are really large, and we have here platforms, two platforms, which are cast iron as well. So that's really unusual. So I'm hoping these are okay, although I have an alternative, which you're going to see. So just remove this out of the way. And here it is. So it has two wheels on, and we'll get to that, but first let's pull it out. It's around 20 kilos, so I think I'm going to have to change strategies a little bit. There we go. Again, here base is cast iron. This is all nice and beefy, which you kind of expect for this kind of profi grinder. And I did mention in the past that I actually like faster running grinders. This is, I believe, 1400 RPM, and the regular grinders usually go up to 2000 RPM or something like that, 2800 maybe RPMs. This is probably the only speed that you now can get. There's not much choice in terms of quality grinders. Record Power has faster running grinders, or at least this model that I have. So I went for this one, which again should be okay, and I'll explain a little bit more difference as well between the speeds. So you can see the front here, and it comes with these two wheels. However, there is a set that you can buy. So you can buy the grinder as it is, as you can see it here, or you can buy it as a set, which then you got one CBN wheel, which is the option that I went for. And I got another CBN wheel, which I'll show you in a few seconds. So some of the specs here, I believe 23 kilos of net weight, like this. With CBN wheels, I think it's a little bit more. 400 watts of power, I believe, one phase, and the speed is 1450 RPM. So slower than my other grinder, but I'll get used to it. So yeah, so what I'll do now is show you what's in other box. Now I already opened this package. I just had a little sneak peek inside, and this is one of the CBN wheels extra that I ordered. So this is coarser one. I believe it's equivalent to 80 grit or 100 grit wheel, and you can see nice solid piece. I think it's probably the same company that makes the lathe and the grinder makes these as well. So can't wait to put it on. So this is the coarser one. Here is a standard grit, that's what they actually call it. I believe it's up to 180 grit, from 150 to 170, 180 grit equivalent. And you can see that's one really nice, a little lighter than the other one, but it does have the side grit as well on this side as well, so should be quite nice. You can see the dimensions here if you're curious in those things. So 200 mil diameter, that's 8 inches, 40 mil wide, and the 32 mil is the bore hole here, so you need an adapter for this grinder. Also, with any CBN wheel you probably have to order correct adapters like this one here, which you get with this setup. So 32 mil outside diameter, and the shaft, which I believe is 16 mil on the inside. So I have two of these for two CBN wheels. Now this sharpening system from Woodcut I got for free. They sent me this, and I was only using, or I always use only the platform. As you know, I sharpen everything pretty much either holding in my hand or using the platform for let's say skew. So they sent me this one from Woodcut, which I look forward to testing out. And the rest here are some stickers and catalogs here as well. So I'll clean everything up here and we'll start to assemble the grinder. So now we need to remove the nut here, and just make sure that you watch if you have a little bit of threads here visible, so you can see which one goes where. Usually on the right goes towards you, so you loosen it by going down, and the other side goes up to loosen it. So it's a reverse thread. So just make sure you know that, or that you are aware of that. So this one, as you can see, it's 80 grit, I believe, which is a good coarse stone, but maybe coarser would be best, and I'll probably order that a little later. So now you can see my new setup here, and on the old one here, on the record power unit, I've kept the gray wheel here, but I'm probably going to replace it with even coarser one. I believe this is 60. I'll probably get maybe 40 grit, just for rough shaping or any other kind of these kind of rough stuff. And you always want to have a backup wheel like this one, like white or gray, just let's say for drill bits or anything like that that you want to sharpen. So you don't want to sharpen those things on the CBN wheels. So that one is kept here, and you can see the other half of this table that I've kept comes nice and convenient here. On the new machine here, you can see on the left I have coarser grit. I believe it's 80 or 100 grit, and here it's a finer one. It's equivalent, they state, from 150 to 170 grit. A little odd number, but I think after using it will be more like 180 grit here, and this one might be 120, maybe 100 grit. So this is, like I said, slow running grinder, and if I turn it on, that's full speed. Doesn't take long to spool up like this one, which is actually a good thing. On this coarser one, you can see it has a wobble side to side. However, the face, which is important thing here, this doesn't have any side grit. It's nice and true, so the face is nice and true. On this one here, the sides are again nice and true, although it does appear that maybe it has a wobble, but I've tested and it's running nice and true. And the face, of course, is nice and true, which is important. So, and just for comparison, this does take a little bit more. not terrible. And ideally, again, like I said, I would love to have this machine, but maybe in faster speed. However, this will save on heat, and it just works a little bit cooler, let's say, when it doesn't run as fast. And also I have a little light here. I can position it on all 4 wheels where I need it. So nice and convenient. Now, you may notice that I haven't installed here a woodcut system. The main reason is, you can see this is quite a low profile setup that I have here, and for now at least I don't have any other space to put grinders here, and this is quite convenient. I'm not sure if in the shot is, but you can see here this is actually a step, and maybe you can see it here. I have another step here, so another step, and then I'm in this lower section of the shop. So this step is not much can be used for like cabinets or something like that, but this legs, once this table, that once it's cut in half, you can see it's quite conveniently up on that step, and it's a quite low profile. Again, I have enough room here to walk around and everything. So for the moment, for this setup, I won't be installing the woodcut system. So in that new series of videos that I'm planning very shortly, I'm going to figure out a different way of how a beginner can sharpen gouges or any other tools quite accurately, and the most simple way that at least I know. So yeah, so that's basically my setup. Yeah, I've tested out these wheels with one of the gouges, works beautifully. I tested out this one. I first threw up the face with a diamond dresser like this, so it's nice and true on the face and flat as well. So I tested out this CBN wheels, work beautifully. These, once you buy them first, can feel a little bit rougher, and they just need to lose some of the loose grit, let's say, or coarser grit that's on, and usually through some of the first few sharpenings you'll set up the initial grit or final grit, let's say. So, and yeah, works beautifully, and I'm really happy with this setup. Works great for me, and I can't wait to introduce more of the signature tools. But first is refiner, and that should be hopefully in less than 2 weeks ready, but I'll notify on YouTube and all of the platforms as well, social medias, when the tools will be available to order. So I think it's only time to sharpen one of the tools and test it out on the lathe. So what I have here is 1/2-inch spindle gouge, and what I'm going to do is ruin it on this wheel. So let's gouge it like so. So you can see that's not great, and it won't do the job. So on this wheel, what I'll do is just quickly shape the wings. So I have a profile, hope you can see the reflection. So now I want to remove that reflection, and I have on the right just slightly shorter wings. So again, I can place my fingers here or my hand and increase the bevel length as well while I'm here. So I have removed most of the reflection. Some of it is still left. So now I'll just slow down a little bit, find the bevel. Just weight of the tool on the wheel. Really most of it is gone, a little bit more on this wing, but we'll do that the rest on the coarser CBN. So again, same procedure, finding the bevel. I need to adjust the light so it doesn't So just by bringing the sandpaper inside the flute like this, fold it, I'll clean up the flute on the inside, and now I can get the final shape. So just to show you, this is from coarser wheel, and this will do the job really nicely. So again, I don't see the need going to like 600 grit CBN wheel or anything like that. You can see on the bevel, looks really nice, looks like almost like a jig. And you'll see now at the lathe that this will cut really nicely. Ornament was something that I was testing out the other day, so we can use it for this demo. You can see it works beautifully. Just this edge is a little broken, so we'll fix it. Okay, so as you saw, that works beautifully. So let's test out the finer wheel. So hope I won't block the view. Really nice and sharp. So you won't be able to tell much of the difference. So that's working as beautifully. And I have here a little cross grain, so we can test the gouge on this as well. little shear scrape with the gouge. So as you see, that's really nice. So I hope you like this little video of unboxing new bench grinder from NEUREITER. It's a really nice machine, nice and smooth, and the CBN wheels are really nice as well. So I'll keep my old CBN as a backup sort of. For now, this should work really beautifully for the future endeavors in my signature tools. So, and all I could say is thank you to NEUREITER for some of the deals and discounts that I've got for this collaboration. And this is long overdue to have for these future endeavors in my signature lineup of tools. So as you know, I'll shape and sharpen those, so I need sort of a setup, constant setup. So once I'm here, I'm sort of in my groove, let's say, in my routine, how I sharpen and everything, so it goes a little bit faster, so you can get your tools faster. So I'm only one-man job, so yeah, can't wait for all the future stuff that's awaiting, and hopefully Refiner should be launching in a little less than 2 weeks, I hope. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next video.